Hello, 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 hello. Don't know if anyone's watching right now, but if you are, welcome to the Warren. And we're gonna have a nice little night tonight. I'm gonna be focusing on first doing the character builds as normal, and then after that I'm thinking of doing a little bit of D&D homebrew. It's been a while, but there's been a lot of fun talk in one of the servers I'm in about doing maybe some kind of like series of cyberpunk themed one-shots. And we found a source book that we like that has a lot of the individual classes with subclasses, but there's a couple of ones that are missing. So I thought, okay, let's try and fix that. But first, tonight we're actually going to be starting off with a character that is from a relatively recent anime, but perhaps not as well known as a lot of others. We are going to be starting off with Boji from The Ranking of Kings. It is a delightful little series about a prince who is born with severe handicaps, both physical and developmental. And it's the story of how, through his own self-improvement and through kindness and understanding, he still ends up becoming an incredible king. That's the long and short of it anyway. But I wanted to try building him because I thought it would be a fun challenge, because here we have a character who very purposely is actually quite weak in a lot of things. We'll see how that works out. Okay. So let's go over our goals for this build. So Boji is actually the son of two giants. So by all accounts, this little guy should be huge. However, he is about the size of a small human child. He's still a full-blown giant, just incredibly small, and physically super duper weak. So we need to make sure that we capture that, because, capturing the weaknesses of a build is just as important sometimes as capturing the strengths. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm just getting my notes. Where did I put these notes? I know I made them. Well. I'll just have to work it out again. Anyway, despite being physically very weak, he's also got to be strong in the real way, meaning both strong heart, but also literally how he fights in the show is being super, super fast and just hitting critical hits, or the equivalent thereof, all the time. So that's going to be our main goal as a combat side of things. And despite being deaf and having that disadvantage going into things, he's still super, super perceptive of the world around him, so we want to make sure that we include that as well. So, now that we gotten all of that taken care of, let's start off with stats. Okay, so we're going to be using point buy, not because I particularly want a lot of things to be really high, but because I want some things to be really high and then other things to be bottom of the barrel low. So... Alright. So, we are going to set our highest stats as strength or sorry, God, no. That's the exact opposite. Has dexterity and wisdom, because we need to be very, very quick on our feet, and we also need to be very, very perceptive. We're going to put Constitution at 13. Boji is not like a physically very durable character, but he does excel at willpower and just through determination getting through things. So Constitution hit points don't have to represent actual, like, meat points. Hit points can also just represent the character's ability to keep going in spite of things, you know? Uh, Intelligence and charisma are both going to be a little on the low side. It's not that he's bad at these. He actually has a fair amount of insight into them, but because he was deaf and mute growing up, not many people really gave him that much of a chance to actually, you know, really get a ton of attention in improving in some of these things. And although he is very charismatic, it's less about his social skills and more about him just being one of those kinds of genuinely good people that you kind of can't really bring yourself to go against. Which isn't necessarily charisma. Anyway. Okay, so race is tough. I can't do Goliath, although the child of literal giants would logically probably be a Goliath because, well, we not big, we very small. And we also not strong at all. However, I noticed something about his giant traits that I thought was kind of interesting. Specifically, that one of his things as a giant is he is immune to most kinds of poison. We're not going to be able to get quite that good, but we can get something at least close and still be small by being a stout halfling. So as a stout halfling, we can add +2 or +1, or thanks to Tasha's Cauldron, we can add, yeah, +2 and +1, or thanks to Tasha's Cauldron of everything, we can add +1 to 3 different things. That's what we're going to be doing, so we're getting Constitution, Dexterity, excuse me, and Wisdom. We're all getting a +1. Come on, there we go. Alright, on top of that, halflings are small creatures, and they only have a 25-foot speed. So he's definitely going to be quicker than that, but we'll find other ways to simulate that. However, you do have halfling luck, which means... Oh, sorry, no, that's not it. It's just called lucky. For some reason, it's given the same name as a feat in the game. I'm not sure why. Anyway, you have Lucky, which allows you, when you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, to re-roll and take the new result. So that means, functionally, you're looking at an incredibly small chance. That would be something like, I think, 1 in... Would it be 1 in 400? I know it's very, very low, and I think that, yeah, 1 in 400 chance to actually roll a nat 1 on anything that uses a d20 anyway. You are also brave, which gives you advantage on saving throws against becoming frightened. You have halfling nimbleness, which allows you to co-occupy and move through the space of any creature, or sorry, it's just move through the space of any creature that is at least a size larger than you. And then specifically, as a stout halfling, you also get stout resilience, which gives you advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. It's not great, but it's as close as we'll be able to get to true poison immunity in this build. Alright. Fortunately, I can kind of afford to go a little slowly tonight, because I don't think I have anyone around just yet, so I don't need to worry about making good impressions and all that. If you're watching this from YouTube, though, hi! How's it going? I hope you're having a good one today. Okay, let's take a look also at what we can get skill-wise from our starting class. Alright, for our background, let's get ourselves history, because he is a prince. He is educated, even if people don't think he's necessarily as worth being as greatly educated as he should be. And let's also get persuasion here, because, again, although his charisma by default isn't going to be super great, he is a very charming guy. He's just a little guy. It's really, really hard to dislike him, because he's just a little guy. Oh, hi Hazel, how's it going? What's up? I need to realign my windows now. Nope, not that one. There we go. How you doing today, Hazel? Okay, so since we need to be someone who's really light on their feet, doesn't rely on strength to be a fighter, I mean, like a combatant, not a fighter, because that's a thing in D&D, we are going to start off with my favorite Star Wars movie, Rogue One. So we get a whopping 4 more skill proficiencies. We'll pick up acrobatics, perception, insight, and stealth proficiencies. Because he is very light on his feet, very nimble, very agile, and very, very keenly aware of the world around him. And the people around him. How is it going, though, Hazel? So, at level 1, you get expertise with 2 skills of your choice, doubling your proficiency bonus. Since we have to give him super senses, we'll be going with perception and insight. Expertise. You also get a sneak attack. Very tired. This COVID booster got you messed up. Oh, that's rough. But hey, look on the bright side. You got the COVID booster. That's pretty important. And I am glad that you got it, because it's very important to stay up to date with those. I'm pretty sure I'm overdue for one myself, so I need to get on that. There's some new feature I'll have to check out later. Ugh, excuse me. Well, hopefully I can at least give you something fun to keep your mind off of things. Alright, so, the sneak attack. That is, at this level, an extra d6 of damage you can do when you hit someone with an attack that you have advantage on, that uses a finesse or a ranged weapon. Boji's weapon in the series is a rapier, which is arguably the best option that a rogue has for sneak attack, so we're doing pretty good so far. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. The ally isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Fortunately, you're usually accompanied by your friend, your best friend in the whole wide world, the tiny little shadow guy named Kage. I'm sure he's very roguish himself. I'm sure he would be more than happy to help you out and share the sneak attack bonus with you. You also learn Thieves' Cant, which is a special language that only other rogues can understand. You know, he's one of the few anime characters I've ever seen use sign language, and while I wouldn't call him sign language Thieves' Cant, we do know that sign language is going to, if it doesn't already exist in Homebrew, exist as canon content in D&D in the future, which is really exciting to me. Alright, so yeah, that is Rogue One. Alright, so Rogue 2, we get Cunning Action, which allows us to make the dash, disengage, or hide action as a bonus action on our turn. This is good. Boji is a very nimble character. This is very useful, and all of those things will really help out. Rogue 3, we get ourselves a roguish archetype. I was really going back and forth on which archetype I was going to pick. I wanted something that would really lean into either his nimbleness or his perception, and I think I ended up going with perception, which hopefully will turn out for the best. You are, as you might have guessed, inquisitive. Being an inquisitive rogue at this level gives a... This is going to be ironic to say, but it gives you an ear for you, an eye for deceit. That means that whenever you make an insight check to determine if someone is lying, you cannot roll lower than an 8. You also get an eye for details. This allows you, as a bonus action, to make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects, or make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. You really don't get a ton of help from a lot of the adults in your life, so you'll probably need to figure out a lot of things on your own. And most importantly, this gives us insightful fighting. This is the most important ability, I think, for this build, because this is how we're going to represent his incredible ability to visualize and take advantage of enemies' weaknesses. It may be an ungentlemanly fighting style to the people who are trying to teach you how to be a true warrior, but it's the best thing that you can do, and it's really, really good. it lets you, as a bonus action, make a insight check, which, as a reminder, you have expertise in insight, so you're getting a +7 bonus right now with your wisdom and your insight. You make that insight check against a target's deception check. And if you succeed, you can use your sneak attack on them, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll. And that lasts for a minute or until you use it on a different target. It's very, very good. On top of this, at level 3, you also get steady aim. If you really, really need to make sure that you hit something on your turn, you can use a bonus action to give yourself advantage on the next attack roll you make that turn. You can only do this, though, if you haven't moved already, and after this, your speed is 0 for the rest of the current turn. So make sure, if you use it, that you're in a really good position. And you can't just, get away with using Insightful Fighting instead. Also, at this level, our sneak attack is now 2d6 extra damage that you're getting. Okay. Going on to Rogue 4. So at Rogue 4, we get our first ability score improvement or feat. We are actually going to pick up a feat here, because there's a very important skill that Boji has learned, and that is how to read lips. Because when you are deaf, you really need to be able to have something like this to help you out here. So Observant gives you a +1 bonus to Wisdom. And it also... Wisdom or Intelligence, technically. And if you can see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language you understand, you can understand it. And you have a +5 bonus to your passive Perception and Investigation. Again, you are a very, very perceptive little guy. Alright, so now that we got that, we're going to briefly do a teensy tiny little 1-level dip. And we are going to be doing 1 level of Monk. We're doing this solely because we are not strong. We cannot really wear armor effectively at all. So we might as well frickin' run with that. So as a monk at first level, you get martial arts. This allows you to use your dexterity instead of strength when making unarmed strikes or using monk weapons, which is short swords and any simple melee weapon that don't have the two-handed or heavy property. You can roll a d4 instead of the normal damage value instead, and if you make an attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn, you can make one extra unarmed strike as a bonus action. This is not going to be particularly useful for us at all. The main reason why we're doing this is so we can get unarmored defense, which makes it so when you're not wearing armor and not wielding a shield, your AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your wisdom modifier. So at the moment, without wearing anything, you are rocking a 16 AC. Not too bad, and it will only get... excuse me, sorry. And it will only get better from there. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, let's back over to Rogue. Okay, so at a Rogue 5, we get Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge allows us, when we would be hit by a hit by an attack, we can use our reaction to half the attack's damage against you. Again, we're not going to be able to make you a super beefy boy, so this is going to be pretty useful for you. Also, at this level, your sneak attack is now 3d6. Nope, minimize that, please. No, Rogue 6. Rogue 6, we get expertise in another 2 skills. We already have Perception and Insight, which are definitely our most important skills. So, let's see, what else do we want that expertise in? Let's get it in Persuasion. And... what else? What else? It would either be Stealth or it would be Acrobatics. And we don't really need Stealth that much, so I guess let's go Acrobatics. And... no, sorry. And... Persuasion... Expertise. Yeah, there we go. At Rogue 7, we get Evasion, which makes it so if we need to make a Dexterity saving throw against a effect that allows you to only take half damage if you succeed, you instead take no damage if you succeed and only half damage if you fail. Again, you're a very, very speedy little guy. Also, at this point, you are up to a sneak attack of 4d6. So that means we're going to be looking at a rapier that deals 1d8 plus 3 plus 4d6. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's see. Rogue 8, we get another ASI. Let's see. I think at this point we can focus on just pumping up our dexterity, since that's probably our most important stat right now. So this adds another +1 to your attack rolls, and means you are also now up to AC 17 unarmored. Here we go. Okay. At Rogue 9, we get another Inquisitive Rogue subclass feature. Here it is Steady Eye. No, come on. Steady Eye. This means that if we make a perception or investigation check and do not move more than half our speed on the same turn, we get advantage on that check. Pretty good. Also, we now have, arguably even better, a sneak attack of 5d6. If you hadn't guessed already, it's pretty much just going to be a rogue from here out. But it's still a fun build, and honestly, I had a lot of fun thinking this up. Okay, so we get another... Oh, dang it. Shrinkify that, please. We get another ASI here, we're going to cap out our dexterity. +18 AC, +5 to attacks. Okay. Rogue 11. We have gained a reliable talent. This means when we make a roll with a skill that we have proficiency with, we cannot roll lower than a 10. Making it, again, just really, really difficult to fail. Which, for us, again, really, really good. Also, our sneak attack, it's up to 66 now. Rogue 12, we get another ASI or feat. Let's see. Since we only have one odd score right now, I think instead of getting the feat, instead of getting the ASI, I'm going to get the feat. Specifically, I would like the resilient feat. Hey, Tibby! So, for the first character of the night, I did someone that's kind of a self-indulgent choice. This is a character named Boji. He is from the anime Ranking of Kings, which is an anime kind of like... The best way I've heard it described is imagine, like, if Studio Ghibli produced something like Game of Thrones. He's the main character. He is the son of two giants who was born incredibly small, super weak, and both mute and deaf. And he still ends up being one of the most charismatic and powerful characters in the series. So I wanted to build him. So I'm picking the Resilient feat. That is going to give us proficiency in Wisdom saving throws as well, and add +1 to our Wisdom to round it out, all nice and even. He is very cute. Okay, Rogue 13. So far, he's been 13 levels of Rogue and 1 level of Monk. Inquisitive Rogue, specifically. Okay, so at 13, we get another Roguish Archetype feature. This one isn't... Oh, wait. Yeah, this one isn't super useful. It is... Unerring... Oh, sorry. I'll have to show the server sometime, because it is a very cute anime. We have Unerring Eye. This allows us, as an action, to sense the presence of illusions, shape changes not in their original form, and other magic designed to deceive your senses within 30 feet of you, as long as you aren't blinded or deafened. This is unfortunate, actually, because by default, this is kind of useless to you because you are deaf, so you can never use this feature, actually. This is unfortunate. On the bright side, though, your sneak attack is now 76. Hey, Roswell! Okay. Alright, this is another important one for a character that is, not fully within their faculties. That is going to be... At Rogue 14, we get Blind Sense. This means, thanks to your super acute vision, and also your overall honed senses, you're able to be aware... Oh my gosh, actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm reading the text again, and this is also something that won't work because you're deaf. What the fuck? Oh, this sucks. Normally, it says if you're able to hear, you're aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you. Except you can't hear because this character is deaf. So, at this point, see if your DM is cool with letting you use these features anyway. And Helen Keller ain't getting nothing today. Fuck! Oh! Oh no! Oh, fuck. Fuck. Alright, well... Oh wait, actually, hold up. I can not get proficiency... I can not get proficiency with this here, because I'm going to get that elsewhere in a second. Or in a little bit, anyway, so hold up. Let me... Oh. I want to switch this around now. I forgot that you get wisdom saves eventually as a rogue regardless, so... Instead, here let's get the mobile feat. This adds 10 feet to your movement speed. When you dash, you ignore difficult terrain. And when you make a melee attack against a creature, even if you don't hit that attack, you do not provoke opportunity attacks from them. So you can just attack someone and not have to use your bonus action to disengage. You get to disengage for free and can instead do something like dash. So this is still 17 for now. Okay. Okay. I think that should work. Okay, so... At Rogue 15, you get Slippery Mind, which gives you proficiency in wisdom saving throws. You also have, I believe we're up to what? 8d6 sneak attack. Rogue 16, we get another ASI or feat. Let's see. We'll have 16. Then we'll also get a ASI at 19. So between those, considering we only have 3 points from max, we should be able to easily get both all the way up. Let's take... Excuse me. Let's take the skill expert 8. This lets us add +1 to a stat. We'll do wisdom. It gives us proficiency in one more skill of our choice. Let's see. He manages to hold his own in the wilderness pretty well, so let's get survival. And then it lets us get expertise in one more skill that we have proficiency already in. I'm gonna say... I guess let's go with... Well, survival, we have a high wisdom already to boost that, so let's go with something that we're not going to get a modifier on. Let's go with history. Expertise. Because in order to become the greatest king, you have to know all about all of the other kings that came before. Okay. Now this is 18. Okay, we are up to Rogue 17. How's everyone doing out there in chat land, by the way? Alright, we get our final subclass feature, and this one is a real doozy. This is when we get an eye for weakness. So, at level 17, when you use your Insightful Fighting feature to let you get sneak attack off on an enemy, it deals, on top of all of the normal damage, an extra 3d6 damage. That means more than any other rogue, you are going to be hitting like an absolute truck. Also, at this level, your sneak attack, even without that bonus, is up to 9d6. Okay. Rogue 18. We become elusive. At high levels, rogues get absolutely wild fun. So, at 18, you get elusive, which means that as long as you aren't incapacitated, no attack roll can have advantage on you. No one can get the drop on you. You're just that quick and nimble and speedy like a little squirrel that someone gave a rapier. Got a creature idea to pass by you that may or may not already be written up for tonight with my party. Demi-Tarrasque the Terresque. I like it. That's good. That is good. Alright, then finally, our final level. Get one last ASI to finally cap out our wisdom. And there we go. So now that we got all that, let's talk about some pros and cons. Oh, wait, sorry, there was one other thing I forgot. That is that at level 19, your sneak attack finally caps out at 10d6. So let's talk pros and cons. For pros, you are absolutely putting out an absurd amount of damage. So, at level 20, you have your d8 plus 5 rapier. On top of that, you have an additional 13 d6 damage that you're doing to the target. Even with median rolls, even with just median rolls of around, like, 4, that is still going to be... what is it? Oh, man. It's been so long. 13, 26, 39... 52, I think? Yes, 52. Wait. Yeah, 52. You're still going to be doing, at minimum, or on average, around 65 damage a turn to someone. That's huge. And it doesn't use any of the resources that you would get from other Nova Strikers like Paladins. Because there is no cap on how many times you can use Insightful Fighting. You can just keep using that and keep hitting absolute absurd hits. You also are incredibly hard to hit. No attack can ever have advantage on hitting you. You've got a unarmored AC of 20. You also can make yourself immune to opportunity attacks. And you have proficiency with 2 of the most common types of saving throw. You also are incredibly perceptive. Let's see, with... Okay, so since you have expertise at level 20, that would be... 12... That would be... plus 12, plus your modifier, so that's 17. That means that you cannot roll lower than a 27 on a perception. And I believe passive perception, that is 8 plus proficiency bonus, plus your wisdom modifier. So let's see, that would be... 13. Yeah, that would be, I believe, if I'm calculating this right, a passive perception of 24? you will notice anything that comes close to you. Unfortunately, there are some flaws with this. For starts, you do have weak weenie arms, which means that you are not going to be pushing anyone around, and you're also going to get pushed around an awful lot. Also, unfortunately, because you're a character who is deaf, unless your DM is cool with changing how some of the rogue class abilities and subclass abilities function, you will not be able to use all of the tools in your kit. Like, you won't be able to use Blind Sense, you won't be able to use the, what was the other one? The Unerring Eye. So, you are not being able to play at your full potential unless your DM is a good DM and lets you anyway. That is kind of really unfortunate. And then, let's see. Well, this is kind of a minor one at this point, but you have no source of magic damage, which means that a lot of things at higher level are going to resist your attacks, cutting that 65-ish damage per turn down pretty hard. But at the same time, you're a prince and the main character of an adorable anime series, and you also have friends who are magic, so you're probably going to be okay with that part. Look, play to your strengths. Play to your strengths of kindness and beating the absolute shit out of someone before they have a chance to even move. And you should be just fine. Okay, with that finishes our first build of the night, so it's time to go to the polls. Get my list open. Let's see. What else can I add to the list tonight? Okay, let's see. Okay. Alright, chat, I'm gonna need your help. We got a couple of really fun and wild ones on this list. Oh, sorry. Okay, who is next, chat? We have Raiden, the sword-toting samurai from Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. We've got Velma Dinkley, lesbian and detective extraordinaire. We've got Frankenstein, the lightning-spouting artificial humanoid from Fate, specifically. We've got Guts, the big angry man who hunts demons in Berserk. And we have LeBron James, the basketball player who worked with the Looney Tunes and is literally just LeBron James. What's it gonna be, chat? What's it gonna be? I might end up having to go through all of the multiverses characters at some point, because they do have a lot of fun ones. Aw, come on, chat. I know that some people are out there. Who's gonna help me decide what to vote? What to vote? What to do next with your votes? Oh, we got our first vote for LeBron James. Will we get any other votes? I can tell you, if we do end up making LeBron James, it's gonna be a very interesting build challenge. We'll have to have at least 5 levels of this. Or, sorry, at least 3 levels of that. But then we also need to have some of this. Okay, we'll see what we can do. At the moment, it looks like LeBron James is gonna win, unless someone else wants to see something else. But I will never let it go. We had a long last. Oh, please, no, I count on others. I'm doing all I gotta do. I don't know why you drive me crazy. Makes me see. You won't have it your own way. But I will never let it go. How long is the last? Alright. With one vote, we're gonna be making LeBron James. Tragically, I don't think I can get away with playing the Space Jam soundtrack for this one. I would love to, but I cannot. I am positive. Oh, no. Oh, what was that? Oh. I am positive I am not going to be able to get away with that for copyright reasons. Can I put this back? Oh my gosh. Come on. Why won't this go? There we go. Alright. Won't stop. There will be no future for us. Alright, let's get this character set up. If you had told me a few years ago that I would be making LeBron James in D&D, I don't think I would have believed you. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have. And yet, here we are. Alright, well. Let's start by bringing his picture in. Oh, look at this big, beefy man. Oh, what a guy, that LeBron. I wonder if I should actually try playing multiverses. I've never really been like that keen on playing fighting games, but I don't know, maybe I should try? I'm not sure. Alright. Let's see, what am I going to need for this build? Huh. Okay, well, let's just start with goals for the build. Let me just bring up his character page. Let's see. You've got to be able to throw a ball real good with this character. I mean, I wish I had something more to say, but that's kind of the main thing. I mean... Yes, yes, PK something. We're making a character build in D&D for LeBron James, the human man. And you got some tuned physics applied. Well, yeah, this is going to include, I guess, technically actual human, real-life LeBron James, but also as he appears in the Space Jam remake and in Multiverses. Also, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one. You're power washing late into the night? Hell yeah. Nice, nice, nice. What do I even use for other things here? I know so little about basketball. You got good jukes, I assume? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, I guess I don't know what to call these. Shooter shutdown. You've got to be able to play defense too. You can't just be on offense. You're not always gonna have the ball. So when you don't have the ball, you gotta make sure that you're able to still do just as much. Um... You're not truly able to fly, at least as far as I know. I'm pretty sure? Hold on, I'm gonna check real quick to see if he actually flies in this movie. What the fuck? You see me as a monk with deflect missiles and stuff. I mean, I think that's definitely gonna be part of this, yeah. Okay, well... let's take a look at these stats. I've never actually seen the movie, so I can't speak to if he's any good at an actor. So... Has anyone actually seen the sequel Space or remake Space Jam movie, whatever it's called? He's definitely not. Okay, so we can afford to dump Charisma. All you've ever heard is his acting is really bad. Okay, got it. Alright, well, let's start with some of the important stuff. Let's get Dexterity up there at 15. Let's see. I don't think I need to point by for this guy. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Oh god, am I sure? I don't know. Okay, well, I mean, we want to make sure that he's pretty hardy. Let's do... Let's do 13 Wisdom to make sure he's able to see the callouts on the port. 12 Strength, I guess? Nah, that should probably be higher since he's got to have good athletics. Let's do 12 here. 13 here. 14 here. His dump stat is Dex for sure. Really? He's not actually good at throwing the ball at all? Also, hey Luna, how's it going? And then we'll dump Charisma because he's not a good actor and frankly, he honestly probably doesn't need to be. Yeah, I mean, he can throw things. And I also have to consider him in terms of his video game appearance. Excuse me. Alright. I think... No, he can afford to take breaks during the actual game. It's not like he's has to play for the full, like, what, hour, 2 hours? Plus, he'll be getting a fair amount of ASI if I worked this out okay. Hey! Whoa! Hey! Not a fan of LeBron James, I take it? Okay, this may shock people, but LeBron James is in fact a human. I know. Shocking. Pretty strong feelings in the Space Jam 2 fandom right now. That looks like it. Well, I mean, I gave y'all the choice. There were so many different characters. There were 5 different characters y'all could have chosen, but only one person voted, and they voted for LeBron James, so LeBron James is gonna have to be. Okay, so we get a +1 to 2 stats. Let's boost up Dexterity and Wisdom, so we can toss the ball better. And we can also see and call out our shots on the port better. Okay, we also get... Let's see, for this, the only skill... Well, let's see, we need Athletics and Sleight of Hand. I think those are the only... I guess Perception, too, would be good. Those are the only 3 skills I can think of. Arguably acrobatics, maybe? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Just checking something real quick. Okay, where were those other thingies? I know there was something else here that I could have gotten. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Okay, well, let me start with the skill, since I know we get that. We're gonna be starting with either fighter or monk. I can tell that much already. So I think we'll probably go starting with fighter? Because we can't really get what I want, unfortunately, from monk, unless... Oh, no, actually, I think we could. We could. No, actually, sorry. Take that back. We could not. Alright. Sorry, I'm very confusing right now. Let's get sleight of hand proficiency, so we're better at stealing the ball. And, spoiler, we're gonna have to steal balls a lot, because we're not gonna be able to always hold on to them. Let's see. Let's also get... What do we want for the feet? Let's get the fighting initiate feat. This gives us one fighting style of our choice from the fighters list. I am going to start us off with thrown weapon fighting. Thrown weapon fighting allows you to draw your ball. That sounds weird. But allows you to draw your ball as part of the attack you make with your ball. And when you hit with a ranged attack using your ball, you gain +2 bonus to the damage roll. That, again, sounds very uncomfortable and kinda weird, but... okay. He has a ball of returning? Kind of? Oh, don't worry, we will get to that too, PK. I promise. Okay, so we got that, we got that, we got that. Let's see, for the background, we get another 2 skill proficiencies of our choice. Let's get... Let's get acrobatics, because that's the other kind of half of athletics that we're looking at. And let's also get... let me just look up. Huh. Okay, this is interesting. There's a surprising number of people that are saying LeBron James is actually not that bad of an actor? What? Okay. Okay, I guess. Sure. I guess for the other one, let's get performance proficiency. I would not have guessed. I mean, I would have guessed that he's probably at least as good, if not better, with, at least as good, if not better, than Michael Jordan was as an actor, because, oh boy, Mike, I do not want to act like Mike. Alright, we are going to start off fighter. Oh, hey, Corkscrew, how's it going? Oh, don't forget also that anyone is welcome, or anyone who has a subscription is welcome to join in the call for these things. I'm doing alright, I think. Nothing super special, but I'm doing alright. Okay, so as a fighter, we get 2 more proficiencies. Let's get here athletics and perception. Athletics for obvious reasons, because he is an athlete, and perception so he can keep his eye on the ball and keep his head on a swivel. Your intel for him being a bad actor comes from a podcast you listened to ages ago, to be fair. I'm doing pretty well today. What did I do today? I did a teensy tiny bit of D&D playing today. It didn't go anywhere really because we were missing a character, so we just kind of had a fun little side story for a little bit, and we'll actually be continuing later on. I'm planning to hang out with my partners tomorrow, which is going to be pretty exciting, and kind of trying to plan out the rest of the week, and we'll see. We also get another fighting style here. Let's go with... Okay, yeah, for this one, let's go with archery, which is going to give us a +2 to hit on all attack rolls we make with ranged weapons. And then we also get Second Wind, which allows us as a bonus action to restore 1d10 plus your fighter level in hit points once per short or long rest. Pretty good. Pretty good. You'd now be in Power Wash Sim career mode? Hell yeah. Was not expecting that ending. Yeah, the ending really amps things up surprisingly high. Alright, let's see. Alright, now, believe it or not, we're actually gonna multi-class right away at level 2. because I want to make sure that we get this going. Monk 1, we get martial arts. Lets you use a d4 instead of a damage die for simple weapons and short swords, which are monk weapons, as well as you can use dexterity instead of strength for those attack rolls, and you can also do a bonus action unarmed attack if you make an attack with a unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn. Also, you have unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus dex mod plus wisdom mod as long as you're not wearing armor or using a shield. Athletic support wear does not count as armor, so you're good. Gonna stick with monk for a little bit here, because I want to get a couple of things before we jump back to fighter for a little bit. Okay, so at monk 2, you get key points, which are fun little they're fun little shots of LeBron's secret sauce. That was the thing in the original Space Jam, right? So by taking this, you have a number of shots of you have a number of drinks of LeBron's secret sauce as your level of monk. And you can spend one of those shots to make 2 unarmored attacks as a bonus action instead of 1 after you take the attack action, take the dodge action as a bonus action, or take the dash or disengage action as a bonus action, and triple your jump distance to give you a whole lot of air. You do, in fact, have hops, as it turns out. Also, at this level, you have unarmored movement, which at the moment is adding an extra 10 feet of movement to all of your speeds. And as long as you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, that will just keep going up as we go. Without love, you will never find your way. Okay. At monk 3, we get the ability to intercept and steal balls from opponents with deflect missiles. That allows you, when you are targeted by, when you're hit by a ranged weapon attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your dex mod plus your monk level, and if you reduce it to 0 or lower, you catch that missile, you catch that ball, basically, and if you spend a key point, you can throw it right back. This is one of the ways that we'll be able to get our balls back as we need them. Live and love. Okay, let's quickly check to see what weapons we can use for this subclass that we're picking. Live and love, if you beg or if you borrow, you may never find your way. Ooh, boy, we really don't have that many of options for this. Okay. Okay. Oh, you already guessed it. But we have to pick our monastic tradition And when ball is life, and your ball is your weapon, then by transitive property, your weapon is your life, and that means we are going Way of the Kensei. So, this gives us Kensei weapons, which are 2 weapons. You can choose any weapons as long as they don't have the heavy or two-handed property. One has to be melee, one has to be ranged. The problem is, we're kind of working within the limitations of pretty much his only weapon is one that he can throw, and it does bludgeoning damage, which means we're incredibly limited. So for ranged weapon, we are going to pick a light hammer. That is a d4 of bludgeoning damage that you can throw anywhere from 20 to up to 60 feet away, which, I mean, I'm no expert, but I think that's the majority of a basketball court. Make it happen. Honestly, I don't even know if there is, like, another thing that I could give him here. Because his ball can come back, but it's not quite like a boomerang coming back. And that's kind of the only other ranged weapon I can think of that does bludgeoning. I guess we'll go Warhammer? Maybe that's like if he's holding the basketball in 2 hands and he's just swinging it around like a blunt object. I guess that works? I honestly don't know, but fuck it, I guess that works. Alright, you also get... Oh, sorry. I forgot the other Kensei weapon features. It's not just that. You also get the ability to do agile parries. Agile parry means that if you make an unarmed strike as part of your attack action and you're holding a Kensei weapon, you can use it to defend yourself, getting a +2 bonus to AC until the start of your next turn. This is a part of the attack action, so you don't have to... So you could, on top of that, also use, like, Step of the Wind to give yourself... Or, sorry, Patient Defense to give yourself the dodge action as a bonus, so you would have the AC on top of also being harder to hit by giving disadvantage. Let's see... Okay. Yeah, honestly, even Kensei monks, the monks that are supposed to be, like, weird, the monks that focus on weapons, really don't focus on weapons that much. It's kind of weird. You also get the ability to make a Kensei shot, which is when you, Well, this is going to be a real bread and butter thing for this build, since we're essentially making a thrown weapon fighter here. As a bonus action, you can add an additional 1d4 damage to the ranged attack you make using a Kensei weapon. And that is a benefit that lasts until the end of your current turn. So that means we're now looking at your Kensei weapon, your basketball, being a 2d4 thrown weapon. Still not good, but something, I guess. Also, you get Way of the Brush for calligraphy proficiency. You can use that for all of the autographs you gotta make. Also, you get... This is what that's called again. Right. You get Key Fueled Strikes. So key-fueled attack. If you spend 1 key point or more as part of your action on your turn, you can make 1 attack with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon as a bonus action before the end of your turn. Alright. Okay. At Monk 4, we get our first ASI. We're gonna focus, I think, on Dexterity first. So let's get that up as fast as we can. Also, at Monk 4, you get Slow Fall, which means if someone jumps up to block your shot and throws you off balance, when you are falling, you can use a reaction to reduce any damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. And there's also Quickened Healing. That allows you to spend 2 key points and roll a martial arts die, regaining a number of hit points equal to the number you rolled plus your proficiency bonus. Okay. Gonna be sticking with Monk for a little more here. So at Monk 5, we get a extra attack. You also get the ability to make stunning strikes. That means that you can spend a key point when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, and they have to succeed on a Constitution save or get stunned until the end of your next turn. Also, another very useful one for our build, Focused Aim. This makes it so that if you miss with an attack roll, you can spend 1 to 3 key points to boost the attack roll by 2 for each point spent, so anywhere from +2 to +6, potentially turning the miss into a hit. And we're going 1 more level with Monk for now, before we jump over. Because at this point, we get Key-Empowered Strikes. This makes your unarmed strikes magical for the sake of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. It also gives you another 2 features. First, your Kensei weapons also count as magical now, for the sake of, again, overcoming weaknesses and, resistances and immunities to non-magical damage. Sorry. Just noticed I have a tangle in my hair that I really wanted to get out first. Okay, and also... you can make deft strikes. That gives you, that lets you, when you hit a target with a Kensei weapon, spend a key point to deal extra damage equal to your martial arts die once per turn. Okay, now that we got these features, we're gonna bounce back over to Fighter for a little bit. So at Fighter 2, we get Action Surge. That's going to allow you to take 2 actions on your turn, once per short or long rest. And at Fighter 3... Okay, so... At Fighter 3, you get to pick your martial archetype. Now, I was trying to think of which one would best work here, and honestly, I didn't really have a great answer. But when I thought about the practical limitations of a thrown weapon fighter, being that you throw your weapon, you no longer have it after an attack, and you have to go pick it up, I was trying to decide what would be a good support for that. And, you know, the weird thing is, it turns out, when you jumped into the cartoon internet universe, whatever the fuck it is in that movie, you were infused with the power of tunes, and that bizarre arcane power has made you an Eldritch Knight. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why? Actually, just why? And you would be fair to ask that, because it is, frankly, kind of a baffling choice. Let me just... But there's not even really the spells that you get are things that I care about. There's actually just specifically... Come on, where is it? There we go. There's actually a class feature that we need, but since we also get the ability to cast spells, I figure, fuck it, we might as well, right? As long as I can find spells that actually fit his character. Okay. Come on. Where did I put the dang thing? Excuse me. Sorry, loading up my reference pages again. Okay, so... There we go. Yeah, so you get the ability to do spells. At this level, you know 2 cantrips and 3 spells that can be only level 1. You only have 2 spell slots. And of the spells that you choose... I so rarely do Eldritch Knight, so I do not have these memorized. And of the spells you choose... 2 of them have to be Abjuration or Evocation. Okay. Your spellcasting ability is Intelligence, which, as you might have noticed, we did not bother to really do much with Intelligence. We're gonna work around that, I'm pretty sure. I hope. We'll find out together. Anyway, let's take a look at these cantrips we can get. Let's see what we got. Let's get... Let's get... Sword Burst. This is a way that you can force people out of your zone when you're trying to make a shot. Sword Burst makes it all creatures within 5 feet of you have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take, at this level, it would be 2d6 force damage. Force damage is really good damage because very, very few things resist it or are immune. Let's see, then for the other one... Let's see... Oh! Oh, wait, was he in... Let's see, was he in NBA Jam? Please have him have been in NBA Jam. Does not look like he was. Which honestly is probably okay, because we're not going to have a great intelligence modifier, so I honestly probably shouldn't be getting attack cantrips if I can avoid it. Instead, I guess let's get light. Come on. No, come on. Let's get light. If I'm looking at the graphics of the game, his ball has this nice glowing highlight around it to show you where it is. I'm gonna say you could probably call that the light spell. It will help with your human eyes. Let's see, other than that... Other than that, I guess let's get mending. So then if your ball breaks, you can patch it up and pump it back up. Okay, and then we need 3 level 1 spells, at least 2 of which have to be Abjuration or Evocation. So let's see. Let's limit to those schools first and get those. Let's get... For first level spells, let's get Shield. So we're able to block shots better by, as a reaction, giving ourselves +5 AC to an attack. Let's also get... Let's, you know what, let's get Magic Missile to just throw off a whole bunch of balls real quick, each one dealing 1d4 +1 force damage automatically. This way, you don't miss. Even if it's only 1d4 +1 damage, you don't miss. And then the last one can be of any school. So let's see. Oh, hey, Lola. Right now we're making LeBron James in D&D. If you asked me why, I couldn't tell you. It's just what people voted for. You Note we're already going to have mad hops. But I think we're gonna make it even hoppier. With the jump spell to make it so for the hour, our jump distance is tripled, which can then also be doubled again using Step of the Wind. You've got hops. You've got recovery options, my friend. Most importantly, though, the reason we actually went with this subclass is so we could get a weapon bond. This is a special arcane ritual that all basketball players know. It makes it so you can spiritually bond with your basketball over the course of an hour, and once you're bonded, you can't be disarmed of your basketball unless you're incapacitated. And as long as it's on the same plane of existence, you can summon it as a bonus action back to your hand. Yes, hello, Totoro. So this is how we get our basketballs that will return to us. Oh, yes. Hello, baby boy, I love you. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Bond with the ball. Become one with the ball. Alright, let's see. Let me check Monk real quick to see if there's anything. Yeah, like, I'm gonna be trying, honestly, to avoid, I think, the higher level Monk things, because he's not actually supernatural in and of himself. He's just kind of good at playing basketball. Hey, come on. I think this actually should be enough, yeah. Okay, so now that we've gotten that, let's jump back over to Monk. Totoro is currently scrungling himself into my lap and trying to climb on top of the desk, and Son, I can't. Son, stop, please. Son, what are you doing, Totoro? Oh, you got a fourth? Congrats, I guess? I don't know what the appropriate response is, but okay. Tell you what, Lola, if you and your headmates want to, here's a fun game that you can play. Oh, god damn it. I was going to say, here's a fun game you can play. Don't tell me who the fourth sister is and just see how long it takes, if ever, that I figure it out. Also, hey, how's it going, gamer? So at Monk 7, we get Evasion, which allows us to take half damage if an effect requires a dexterity saving throw, and it would offer it. Okay, so if your effect... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got confused by something. Don't worry about it. One of my chat regulars is actually now 4 chat regulars, because they are a system, so I was like, if you want to play a fun game, don't tell me who the fourth is and just see if I ever figure it out. But how's it going, gamer? Alright, let's see, where was I? Right, evasion. So if an effect lets you make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage on a success, you instead take no damage on a success and only half damage if you fail. There we go. Also, oh, also I missed a couple of other things, so let me go back up to here. Because at this level, martial arts is now a d6, so now we're doing 1d6 plus 1d4 damage with our Ballwin. And we can also add on, we can also effectively, with our Deft Strikes, make that 2d6 plus 1d4 damage with our balls. There was rain, highly enjoyed it. Nice, 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 nice. What kind of rain was it? Was it like a drizzle? Was it like overcast all day? Was it an outright downpour, deluge kind of deal? This may sound strange, but I do enjoy hearing about the weather. Okay, then here, this is when unarmored movement becomes 15 feet. Downpour, nice. I hope you didn't have to go out in all of that. Okay, let's see, am I caught up now? Yes, yes I am. Oh, sorry. I forgot at this level you also get... no, come on. Come on. This level you also get... Stillness of Mind, which allows you, as an action, to end an effect of charming or frightening on you. Ah. Well, I hope you're dry now, at least. Okay. Let's see. Monk 8. Get another ASI. Let's use it to cap out our dexterity. Well, hopefully it was refreshing, at least. Hot bath. Ooh, that does sound really nice. Alright, let's see. So that's level 8. Is there anything else you get here? No. Okay. Monk 9. We get unarmored movement improvement. Unarmored movement improvement makes it so that when we are moving, we can move across water or other surfaces that wouldn't be able to support our weight. And we can also move up vertical surfaces as long as we're still moving. You do have to end on a solid surface still. Hot bath always being after being rained on is 10 out of 10. Also, hey Lavender, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, and now we are at 10th level monk. Alright, so let's see. 10th level, we get Purity of Body. Purity of Body makes it so you are immune to disease and poison. Pretty useful for a professional athlete to have. And, you know, something, winners don't do drugs. Also... Unarmored movement is now giving you an extra 20 feet. At Monk 11, as a way of the ball, Monk, you get the ability to sharpen the ball. Also got rain one of the few times you're glad you don't actually have fur. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. So, sharpen the ball allows you, as a bonus action, to spend up to 3 key points to grant a Kensei weapon that you touch a bonus to attack and damage rolls equal to however many points you spent for the next minute. So this means that at maximum, one of your balls is doing 2d6 plus 1d4 plus 3 damage per hit. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, sorry, actually, my mistake. Because at this level, your martial arts die bumps up to a d8, so that should actually be 2d8 plus 1d4 plus 3. Okay, so at Monk 12, we get an ASI. Let's see. Let me see if I can rearrange these stats, actually, and still have this work. If I put this at 12, 13 is still enough for the multi-classing. And I can put strength at... no, because I do want that fairly high still. That means I can put Constitution at 13, though, which means at this level I could put a +1 to get both of those up. Okay, that works. Constitution... and... nope. And Wisdom +1. Just noticed you put don't twice. Shh, don't mind that. Don't worry, I knew what you meant. Alright, let's see. Was there anything else that we get at Monk 12? No. Okay. At Monk 13, we get Tongue of Sun and Moon. I never really totally understood this ability, but it is very fun in like a role-playing way. It allows you to understand and communicate through all spoken languages. So I guess LeBron's taken Duolingo on the side? It works for me. Monk 14. We are getting a super good one here. That one being Diamond Body. So, sorry, Diamond Soul. My mistake. Diamond Soul, which makes it so you are now proficient in every single saving throw. That means the lowest saving throw you have, which would be Charisma, I believe? Yes, so the lowest saving throw you have would still be +3. Pretty good. Honestly, pretty good. Also, you know what? I think I'm gonna switch these around. It's not that he's dumb by any stretch, but he's just not gonna be using intelligence as much. And he is a fairly well-known celebrity, so... I gotta at least give him a neutral modifier there. Okay, so we're, right, Monk 15. Okay, we then get a special feature that is really not that useful at all. Oh, sorry, also at 14. We get unarmored movement, now up to 25 extra feet. Now this one is Timeless Body. Honestly, not that good of an ability. It makes it so you can't be magically aged, but you can still die of old age. Also, you no longer need food or water, but you should definitely still be eating anyway. It's honestly not that great, but I'll take it, I guess, because it's free. How was my Hallows Eve? It was pretty good. I had a pretty quiet night, all things considered. I hung out and talked with some of my neighbors while I gave out candy for a bit. I had some pizza and garlic bread for dinner. Then I hosted stream, and I mean, the stream wasn't as, like, bumpin' as I was hoping, but honestly, I can't complain because I got to hang out with people, and that still is a lot for me, so I'll take it. Alright, so here we got Monk 16. Get one more ASI or feat. You know what? I'm gonna go with a feat. I'm gonna go with the skill expert feat. Doesn't really matter which skill which score I give the +1 because they're all evens right now. So I guess I'll just give it to intelligence. Sure. Let's get intelligence boosted. Let's get proficiency with persuasion, because, again, you're a celebrity. You should have a little more sway, even if we weren't able to invest in charisma as much as you should have. And then let's also get athletics expertise to get that, at this level, +12 bonus to our athletics rolls. And then finally our capstone. Monk 17. We get... I believe this one is unerring? Yes, this one is unerring accuracy. So, this allows us, once per turn, if you miss an attack roll using a monk weapon, you get to reroll it. That's it. It helps you be more accurate, which hopefully at this level, with your maxed out dexterity and your magic basketballs, you should be pretty accurate. But in case you aren't, here you go. And last but not least, on top of that... Yes, on top of that, our martial arts die is now a D10. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, let's look at the pros and cons. For pros, you are getting some consistent dunks. You're able to deal in one attack 2d10 plus 1d4 plus 3 with your magic basketball that gets to ignore resistances and immunities. That's pretty good. On top of that, Sorry, scratchy. Let's see, on top of that, you have fantastic mobility. You can jump and run with the best of them. You've got, let's see, 45 movement speed normally, which you can make 90 feet of speed by dashing with your Step of the Wind. You can also jump, let's see, 6 times your normal length, which I believe... Let's get this rules up. Okay, yeah, a long jump. As long as you move 10 feet first, you can jump up to your strength score. So your strength score is 14. That gets doubled by using Step of the Wind to 28, and then you can triple it with your jump spell. So that would be... Oh boy. 84 feet that you can jump, and that only uses 10 feet of your movement speed to get the running start. So even after you land that 80-foot jump, you can still move another 35 feet. It's frankly kind of horrifying. And actually, that's not even counting the Step of the Wind movement speed that you would get from dashing, so it would be even higher than that. Fuck. You're incredibly mobile. I don't know how else to explain this other than the absurdity factor. Because we weren't building, like, a superhero or, like, a shonen protagonist super fighter. We were just building LeBron James, and he still ended up being kind of hilariously viable. And I love that for him. It's absolutely absurd, but I think that's probably one of the best parts. As for cons... You've got low intelligence, which can be kind of annoying, honestly. You're going to be duped by illusions pretty frequently, but I mean, to be fair, most of those illusions are going to be made by toons, and obviously it wouldn't be funny if you didn't fall for the toon illusions, so you kind of just have to play along. Let's see... I mean, you could be more of a face. You're still getting a +6 to the roll, so you're not really going to be ideally suited to it. Oh. You've got an uncapped wisdom modifier, which means that you're going to be dealing with suboptimal key point saving throws for a lot of your features, unfortunately. You're also not going to have AC that's as high as it could have been. Unfortunately, it could also just be better without the ball. Like, the ball is a very, very weak weapon, and we had to spec a couple of really valuable features, and also several levels of a class we didn't really need in order to make it more viable. But you still could do more with that just by using, like, a longbow instead, if you wanted to be a ranged build for this. But I mean, the ball is kind of the main appeal, so, like, Why would you want to play LeBron if you're already doubling down on playing LeBron James, human basketball player in the real world, in your game of D&D? You're probably going to be okay with not doing the most damage that you could have been doing, right? I think you will be anyway. All right, so we've got enough. Wow, we are really flying through this tonight, actually. Huh? Weird. Well, we've got enough time for one more build, and then I'm going to be doing some D&D homebrew after that. So if you're interested in some cyberpunk-themed D&D subclasses, then I hope you'll stick around to the end. For now, though, it's time to do another poll to see who is next. Please make sure to vote as well. Let's see, what were the other characters that I had in the first poll? Why can't I remember them now? Let's pick one more for now, maybe. I can pick two more. No, actually, let's stick with those four for now. Okay. The poll is up. What is it gonna be? Who's next? Who's our third character of the night? We have Raiden, the sword-swinging samurai. We have Velma Dinkley, detective extraordinaire. We have Guts, the big angry guy who hunt demon good. And we have Shantae, the half-genie hero. Right now we've got a tie between... Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Shantae has 1 vote, Guts has 2. There's still plenty of time left, though, so this is anyone's game. And you can vote more than once, so feel free to do so if you would like to. Oh, it looks like we got a bidding war going on between Guts and Shantae right now. Alright, alright. Let's see where this goes. How's everyone doing right now, though, in the meantime? Ooh. Someone really wants to see Guts, it looks like. He's pulling ahead strong. Oh, I take it, Lola, that y'all were voting for Shantae? Who's that Wiggly? I haven't seen that Wiggly before. Well, it looks like it's gonna be Guts by a pretty strong lead. Of course, we are an all-Sapphic system. Who else would we vote for? Okay, right, Velma. It's alright. I'm sure that Velma's just happy to be here. Oh, people are still voting, though. It still could change. If enough people rally around Velma or Shantae, they could overthrow Guts. There's still time. But it requires people working together. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a clean match at this point. Alright. Oh. Ah! Hello. Hello. Hello, cow. You startled me. Gave me a big ol' spook. It happens, I guess. Alright, Guts it is. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. Okay. This is gonna be an interesting one. Because I'm honestly not totally sure how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I'm not super familiar with this character. Or, well, with this character, yes, but also with this property, so I'm, like, reviewing real quick. Okay, what is this feature? Okay. Since you approach a certain astral region. Kinda just a fighter with gun arm? I mean, here's the thing, though. We're not gonna be able to go pure barbarian, because he also has the berserker armor, and that is most definitely not just, like, a, I mean, he has to be able to wear that armor, though, is the main thing, you know? Let me see real quick. Is there actually just straight up berserker armor? I'm sure there's some kind of cursed armor that we could get for him, which, I mean, we wouldn't be able to control for, since that would be, the DM decides. But let's take a look. Okay, so it is taking the form of armor, specifically from what I'm looking at here, it looks like full plate. So let's see. Let's look at... Plate armor. Okay. I mean, I guess it could just be considered straight up armor? Maybe it's living plate armor? That's a canon item. That would give you a total AC of 19 and resistance to necrotic, poison, and psychic damage. But it would also be symbiotic, meaning that it can't be removed to you while you're attuned to it. And it requires fresh blood to be fed. I guess that could kind of be interpreted as what the Berserk armor does. What do you think, chat? Yeah, that works. Okay. Alright. Now we also need to be able to have him use the cannon arm. Okay. Is this gonna be a weapon or a magic spell effect? Let's see. Okay, so it shoots a cannonball, basically. Though it can also mount a repeating crossbow. That's kind of cool. He didn't make it himself, though. It was made by someone else and given to him. Okay. So it sounds more like this character, Rickert, is an artificer, and he's giving him these magic items, or these infused items. At least that's how I would interpret it. Sadly, we can't get something that really does a cannonball effect. I'm not sure how we would do that. Rickert is the chattest berserk character. Hey, look, artificers can be cool as fuck. It's pretty straightforward. Excuse me. Hey, Enigma. Welcome, welcome back. Yeah, I'm thinking from what I'm looking at, because Guts himself doesn't actually, like, make the arm, the cannon, the prosthetic, or the crossbow. We can count those as separate things. He also doesn't make the armor. That is actually an existing magical item that he finds and gets attuned to. So I think we can probably focus on just the base abilities of the character and try and work from there? Oh, it is. How you doing, by the way, Enigma? Okay, let's see. This is a pretty cool picture. We can use that. You're almost finished with the campaign notes? Hell yeah. Also, hey Nina. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's make this copy. How y'all doing? In case you're wondering how it's pronounced, it's Zen Machnia. Zen Machnia. Huh. I haven't either, Nina. So this is gonna be an interesting challenge. Okay, so let's talk about our goals. First off, we need to be able to wield the Dragon Slayer and wield it well. The Dragon Slayer, if you're not familiar, is the absurdly big sword that Guts wields as his main weapon. We need to swing that around really, really well. And, yeah, we just need to be stupidly strong. Let's see. Beyond that, what else do we need here? Like, I already talked about how the magic items he has aren't really a part of him himself. They are not things that, like, he made. Same with the bombs. The throwing knives, we can definitely have him use normally. The crossbow, we can definitely have him use normally. The cannon arm is definitely an infusion. Berserker armor is definitely just something magical that he picked up. Let's see. Let's see, we also have to be... We have to be able to know the monster mash in order to mash the monsters. So we need to know about monsters, we need to be a professional hunter of them, of sorts. And also... we need to be able to repeatedly just tell Death to fuck off. This is a man who is impossibly good at surviving death. Like, I'm seeing that's a whole section in and of itself just talking about how much he is, despite all odds, survived death. That's gotta be something here. Okay. So this definitely feels like it is going to be... this is going to be a power build, so let's get the point buy system up. Don't forget the swords need something like necrotic damage as it's been bathed in a lot of demonic blood. I see. Excuse me. can also hit ghosts, I believe. Okay, so it needs to be straight up magical. Okay. I think we can still make this work. Let me just get the classes that I'm going to be using up. Okay, so I know that we're going to want to have our strength starting off as high as possible. Let's see. Be some kind of greatsword or something, probably. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The sci-fi would have suggested Darth Maul. Sure. Also, from the looks of it, he might not actually even be human anymore? Let's see, what can we do with that? Well, he can't fly. I don't think he has any healing powers, at least none that he uses on people other than himself. I'd be tempted to do Asimar, but that just doesn't quite feel right, you know? Thank you, Enigma. Let's see, are there any other races that might work here? He was born in a strange enough way for Asimar. Explain. And also consider that, does he have the ability to do any of the things like heal himself or other people with a touch? Can he produce light at will? Born from... I'm gonna... Excuse me. Sneeze. Born from a dead mother. Thank you for the blessing. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if it quite works. I'd like to, but like, it doesn't sound like he has any of the obvious flashy special powers that Aasimar get. You've also seen theories that he's half-elf? Huh. Well, we might have to just stick with a standard human for this. Oh boy, we're gonna need a lot of ASIs. Ooh, okay. Excuse me. How much have you said about your campaign so far? A decent amount, I think. Alright, well, let's just try and figure something out and we'll see what we can do with it.
What the fuck was that?
I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this work, but I think part of this is going to have to be focusing on what I want to have first, and then from there kind of working around. Okay, so for this point buy, let's get strength. Let's get constitution as our two highest, I think. Okay, let's see. Am I going to be multi-classing? Ooh. If I did that, then I would have to get, like... if I did that, then I would have to get charisma, too. I'd like to do a paladin multi-build, but I just... I can't imagine that Guts has fantastic people skills, right? Right? That can't be a thing. Can anyone confirm or deny that? Wow. That sounds pretty intense. Kind of later on, but he's more just a good leader than a people person. Okay, so you're saying he probably doesn't really have charisma. So we're probably not going to be able to justify a... We're probably not going to be able to justify a paladin dip. Because I think most people are just scared of him. Okay. Alright, well... Only his friends really like him. Okay, good. Then I can safely put charisma at 8. And intelligence... It's not that... Again, it's not that he's dumb. We just do not need it for this build. Let's see. From there... True, he was a child soldier, yeah. From there, let's do... 12 wisdom and a 13 dexterity, I guess? Okay. That'll have to do, I think. Possess Ember has a unique gimmick. You can only hit him with whatever is shown on his broken armor. Hmm. That sounds like a fun gimmick boss. So... We're gonna be going with a variant... Oh wait, hold on. If we're doing variant human... I want to shift around any of these stats. Okay, so first we get +1 to 2 separate stats. Let's start off with strength and constitution, I think. Because most of the time he's wearing heavy enough armor that we don't need dexterity as much. The only thing we really need dexterity for is going to be for using the weapons that he can't throw or swing. So, like, the knives, the repeating crossbow, the arm cannon, and even those, most of them are magical, so it's not going to be as big of a deal, you know? Although if I say that, then I'll probably want to switch this around for that. Just to have that be a little higher for stuff we'll be doing later. Ah, okay. I mean, that makes sense to me. Okay, so... yeah, now come on. Strength and... Constitution... +1. Okay, so let's see. We know he's getting athletics, intimidation, perception, and a lot of the things he fights are demons, I want to say. So maybe we get him religion, too? Yeah, let's go with that, I think. Okay, let's take a look at our class here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with that subclass. Sorry. Anyway. Okay, so we're gonna be getting that. And... maybe we'll get that and that. I'm glad to hear that you're having fun with designing that stuff. I guess let's start by giving him let's see, I want to give him athletics, intimidation, perception, survival, and religion. And I think I can do all that, so let's get religion proficiency to know all about the demons and evil apostles that you're hunting down and killing. And then for our feat, let's get the Great Weapon Master feat. So the Great Weapon Master feat makes it so when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with one, you can make a melee weapon attack as a bonus action. And before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon, which the Dragon Slayer is definitely going to be, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll to get an extra 10 to the attack damage. Alright, so from our background, let's get let's get perception and survival proficiency. And then let's start in here with fighter. I don't totally know what's going on, but I'm glad to hear that you're very enthusiastic about it. So we get 2 more skills here. Here's where we'll get oh, gosh, how did I get that wrong? Athletics. And we'll also get intimidation proficiency. We get a fighting style. We're gonna be getting the great weapon fighting style, which whenever you roll a 1 or a 2 on an attack that you make with a 2-handed weapon, you can re-roll it and take the new result instead. And of course, second wind. All right. We can definitely afford at least that much, I think. Alright, then we get Second Wind, which, as a bonus action, heal 1d10 plus fighter level HP. Alright, I'm gonna quickly hop over to also get a level of Barbarian. So this gives you improved unarmored defense, which means that when you're not wearing armor, but you can still be wearing a shield, which you won't be because you're using a 2-handed great sword, your AC is equal to 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier, or at this point, that would be, plus 3, that would be 14 AC, which it's not great, and you probably won't be using it that often, but if for some reason you do find yourself outside of your armor, you'll still at least have something to fall back on. More importantly, this also lets you go into a rage, which is very in character for Guts. So, you can only rage while you're not wearing heavy armor, so once you get the Berserker armor, ironically enough, you are no longer going to be able to go Berserk, but that's okay. We're still going to be able to make this work just fine. So Rage, for a minute, for up to a minute, you enter into a state where you get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee attack using strength, you get a +2 bonus to the damage, and you get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. You can't cast spells or concentrate on them in a rage, and it lasts until you are knocked out, you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or haven't taken damage since your last turn. And you can do that twice per long rest. Alright, and let's see, do I want to do a I don't know if I can do a second level. I would like to. But there's honestly so much ASI that we're gonna need for this build, so I don't think I can. Fighter 2. We get our action surge for once per sure, for short or long rest, being able to act twice on a turn. Finally, we get to Fighter 3. Get to pick our martial archetype. And there was a couple that I was considering, but in order to give him the kind of heroic willpower that I really want to see out of him, and to really kind of lean into his whole deal in the series at large, I think I'm gonna have to go with Monster Hunter. So, as a Monster Hunter, you get bonus proficiencies in 2 more skills of your choice: Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Nature, or Perception. We already have Perception, so what else? What else? I think we can afford to get Insight and... let's see. Maybe Insight and Arcana? Because not all monsters, obviously, are going to be tied to religion. Because it could also maybe be Investigation. I'm just scrolling through his wiki page now. Oy. Oy, jeez Louise. Although he doesn't... doesn't sound like he has good insight, actually, now that I'm looking at his stuff. What do y'all think, chat? This is not my, like... This is definitely not my strong suit. Aha, Enigma. Hmm. 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 Okay. Get back to writing. Alright. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate that. And I hope you have a good rest of the night. Alright, sorry. I'm getting distracted now. Okay, let's give ins insight and you know what, honestly, let's give him investigation. He's not just dumb mushroom after all, and even though we weren't able to invest it in his intelligence scores like I'd like, we can at least give him intelligence skills. Okay, also we get superiority dice, which are 4d8s. These are dice that you can use that you regain on a short or long rest. You can use them to, when you make a weapon attack against a creature, add it to the attack roll. You can also add it to the damage roll instead. Another fun thing, if an attack causes a target to make a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, they have disadvantage on it with this. You can also use it when making an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw to add to the roll, and when you make a perception check to detect hidden creatures or objects, or an insight check to determine if someone is lying to you. Also, you get... Hey, Scarth, how's it going? Hunter's Mysticism. This allows you to cast Detect Magic as a ritual spell to identify if something is magic within your sight line of 30 feet, and what kind of magic, if so. And Protection from Good or Evil, once per long rest, which gives protection that makes it so elementals, aberrations, celestials, fae, fiends, and undead have disadvantage on attacking a target that you touch. They also can't be frightened, charmed, or possessed by any of those creatures. Wisdom is your casting score. And you also get the ability to speak one language between abyssal, celestial, or infernal. I don't really know. I'm gonna say let's go with infernal. That seems like it might be spoken by the apostles. Oh, hold on, I got a phone call I gotta take. This is important, so I will BRB. Hey, so I've got I got some bad news, chat. Sorry. So, I'm not gonna be able to finish stream tonight. I, uh, I just got word from Epitome that he's currently in the ER for something that we're not totally sure what it is, but he could really use my company right now, so I'm going to close up stream and I'm going to head over and take care of him, okay? Um, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a stream tomorrow, I'll be honest. So I can't promise anything for that. If there's no stream tomorrow, I'll be back on Friday probably at 2 p.m. EST. Yeah. Thanks for understanding. I really do appreciate it. I'm probably not going to raid because that is going to take too much time, and I really need to just pack up and head out to get there as soon as I can. All right, so I'll still be on Discord if anyone wants to talk, and I'll try and keep people up to date on Discord and maybe on Twitter if it ends up being appropriate. But for now, this is where we're gonna have to call it. So let me. Yeah, if you aren't already, here are my links. You can follow them if you want. There's not going to be a raid, but like I said, I'll hopefully have another stream for you on Friday at the latest, Friday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for keeping me company, but for now, I need to go and keep Epitome company. So, thank you, love you all, take care, and I'll be in touch. Hope to see you soon. Good night.